Good morning, class. Today is our last day working on conjunctions. Yesterday, we used coordinate conjunctions to combine words and make two sentences become one by just combining words or phrases. But today, we're going to do something different. We're going to still use coordinate conjunctions. However, we're going to use them to connect main clauses, meaning we are going to connect two independent sentences by using a comma and a conjunction. Okay, I'll show you an example. Rick likes riding his bicycle. He got a flat tire last night. So these are two independent sentences. They can stand alone. But we're going to use the word but and combine them. Rick likes riding his bicycle. Instead of a period, I now have a comma, which shows you it's not finished yet, right? There's more to come. So Rick likes riding his bicycle, comma. Very important, the conjunction comes after the comma, okay? Rick likes riding his bicycle, comma, but he got a flat tire last night. The things that you should be noticing that changed. This period changed to a comma. We added the word but after the comma. We also had to change this H from a capital to a lowercase h because it is in the middle of a sentence. It is no longer the beginning of a sentence. So if you can remember these three things, you're going to do swimmingly well. So the first period turns into a comma, you add your conjunction, and then change that capital letter on the second sentence to a lowercase. All right, let's start practicing. We could walk to the park. We could go swimming. We're going to combine these two sentences using the conjunction or. So these lines are kind of small. I'm going to have to write tiny. Bear with me. We could walk to the park. Now I've reached the first period. So hopefully you remember I need to change this period to a comma. Okay, there's my comma. And my conjunction goes directly after the comma. So or. And now I'm going to change this to a lowercase letter and finish writing my sentence. Or we could go swimming. And to keep your period at the end. Okay? We could walk to the park, comma, or we could go swimming. Perfect. Look at number 2. Fanny enjoys baking. There is no flour left. We're going to combine these two sentences with the word but. So Fanny enjoys baking. Now I've reached my first period, so remember I'm going to change this period to a comma. And then right after my comma, what goes there? The conjunction, which is but. And the last thing I have to change is my T needs to become a lowercase t. There is no flour left. Again, if you can remember to change three things, the period to a comma, add the conjunction, and make that lowercase, you're golden. Fanny enjoys baking, but there is no flour left. Perfect. They play with trucks. They put their toys away. We want to combine it with a conjunction and. So here we go. They play with trucks. I've reached my first period, so what should I do? What should I do? Hopefully you said I changed this period to a comma. Now what? I add my conjunction. And lastly, I change this T to a lowercase. They put their toys away. And don't forget your period at the end. They play with trucks and they put their toys away. Perfect. Linda wrote her name on the sheet. She answered the first question. We're going to combine these sentences using the conjunction and. So first I'm going to write down the first sentence. Linda wrote her name on the sheet. First thing to change, the period to a comma. Second thing, add the conjunction. And the third thing, make this lowercase because it's now in the middle of a sentence. She answered the first, I gotta squeeze it on the end here, question. And don't forget the period at the end. Let's read it to check. Linda wrote her name on the sheet and she answered the first question. Good. When you're reading a sentence like this where you've got two sentences that are combined with a conjunction and a comma, when you're reading it, you should notice that you pause, or the reader pauses when they hit a comma. Linda wrote her name on the sheet and she answered the first question. So if someone's reading something to you, that's how you can hear that there's a comma there. There's a pause, okay? Comma means pause, and you know your period is a stop sign. Stop, take a breath before you continue. Okay, let's keep going. Jeremy wanted to play baseball. It started raining. We're going to combine these sentences using the conjunction but. Here we go. Jeremy wanted to play baseball. Change that period to a comma. Add your conjunction but. And make this a lowercase. It started raining. Oops. And don't forget the period at the end. Okay? Jeremy wanted to play baseball, but it started raining. Okay, one more. Oh, this one's a question. Okay. Do you want waffles? Do you prefer pancakes? We're going to combine these two questions with the conjunction or. So here we go. Do you want waffles? Uh-oh, what do you think we should do with that question mark? Think about it. What should we do with that question mark? The question mark is going to change to a comma. Even if it's an exclamation point, a question mark, a period, doesn't matter. It's changing to a comma. Then we're going to add our conjunction or. And lastly, make this lowercase. Do you prefer pancakes? And we end with a question mark. Okay? Do you want waffles or do you prefer pancakes? Remember, when you're creating sentences, that you always want to read them over to check them before you finish.